It's That College Football Show. We appreciate you guys watching. You know what we would appreciate as well? Hit that subscribe button down there, hit the like button, leave a comment, and share the show with somebody. Look, if you love somebody that loves college football, share the show with them, let them know about it. We would appreciate it very much. Coming up, we got to talk. We're not going to do our top 10. We're not going to do our playoff picks. We're not going to do our top 25. We are going to do our excellent 11. And here's the way this is going to work. We're going to randomly pick who goes first. It's going to be Eltoro tonight. And we're going to pick the number 1 team through the number 11 team. And why 11? Because there's a G6 team that's going to slide into the playoffs. So the top 11 from the Power 4 are going to get in. So it's our excellent 11. And this will be our official That College Football Show excellent 11 when we finish. El Toro, random draw. You get to go first, man. Before we start, thank you to Chanel Comfort Cooling and Heating. You see the logo down there with the phone number. If you're anywhere in the central Alabama area, they do a great job with residential heating and cooling. HVAC problems are bad problems, and they can get real expensive. But they can help you out, whether it's a full system replacement or just a repair. Chanel Comfort Cooling and Heating. You see the number down there on the screen. Give them a call if you're in need of those services. They'll help you out at a really fair price. All right, El Toro, you get to pick the first ever That CFB Show number 1 team in the excellent 11. Who you got?
Georgia Bulldogs, Jay, without question.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. I think Georgia is. I think I've got 2 or 3 that I'm thinking about, but yeah, I don't hate it. All right, number 2 is my pick. I'm going to take the Oregon Ducks. I think that defensive line is going to be the best in college football this year. I think the offensive line is going to be top 5 in college football this year. I think the quarterback's a first-round draft pick. I think I have one concern on Oregon, and it's the same concern I have for Texas A&M, and that is that they lost both coordinators, and in both instances, they promoted from within. That always makes me nervous. But this is, I think, the most talented team that the Oregon Ducks have had in the history of their program.
Wow.
And if they can't get it done this year, I don't know. It's year 6 for Lanning. You know when Kirby Smart won his first national title?
6.
Year 6. There you go. All right, number 3, El Toro, that's your pick. Who you got?
Texas Longhorns, man.
Yeah, it's so much talent. So much talent. It's hard to get away from it. The talent is just, man, they can go.
Oh, absolutely.
If Arch Manning develops into the quarterback that everybody thinks he can be, then Texas is probably number 1. But I got to see it, right? I got to see it from jump. I got to see it against Ohio State. Number 4 is my pick. Speaking of Ohio State, there's just so much talent, man. I mean, they're so good. And I will say this for Ryan Day. The guy runs it like an NFL franchise. In fact, I don't think it's a mistake or an accident that he's got 2 NFL coordinators right now. He runs it like an NFL franchise. They develop players. They bring in from the portal. Primarily, they like to develop their guys. And then they plug holes in the portal. And then they just win and win and win and win and win. And I expect them to win a lot again this year. I got Ohio State at 4. You got number 5, brother.
Give me the defending national champions, man. Give me Indiana.
I don't hate it. In my list, I didn't have Indiana quite this high because I'm not sure that Josh Hoover is just going to be Fernando Mendoza, right? There were 2 or 3 games last year, Ohio State, the Penn State game, 2 or 3 games last year where Fernando Mendoza had to pull one out of the hat, man. A late drive here, big touchdown pass there. And that ability to rise up when you've got to have it, not every quarterback has that. And that's not coaching. You can't teach that. You're either clutch or you're not. I can't coach you to be clutch. Mendoza had it. Josh Hoover turned the ball over a lot before he came to Indiana. We'll see if they can coach that out of him. But Yeah, in Indiana at 5. I mean, they're the defending champs, man. You gotta put some respect on their name.
And that schedule, Jay,
This
they're going to
sucks.
get there.
Yeah. All right, quick Indiana story. I took some fire this week on Facebook. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah, Jay. Absolutely.
There's a guy named Ben coming after me about criticizing Indiana for dropping Virginia and Notre Dame from
Right,
their
right.
schedule. And let me just say this to Ben if he happens to watch this episode. I was right, Ben. And he made the comment to me that oh, how did he put it? He said, well, why would you want to play harder games? Ohio State's playing Texas this year. They played them last year. After that, Ohio State has a 2-year home and home with Alabama. Okay. Michigan, 2-year home and home with Oklahoma. They've got big games in the future. Alabama's got, when they scheduled Florida State was coming off 13-0 season. I don't think anybody knew it was going to crater the way it has. But then they've got Ohio State for 2 years. They got Notre Dame after that for a 2-year home and home. So here's my advice to the Indiana fan who gets mad when I criticize you for not scheduling any decent opponents in the non-conference. You just won a national championship. You're at the big boy table now. It's time to schedule like a big boy. Ohio State, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, they schedule like big boys. If you want to sit at the table, then you got to eat your vegetables. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna put that right there. That's for my buddy. That's for my buddy Ben. I love you, man. I love the interaction. It wasn't nasty or anything. It was just I didn't understand that. Why would you want to play harder games? Because I'm a fan. I want to see good football games, man. All right, number 6 is my pick. I got a couple I'm looking at. I am going to go with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
I like that.
In the state of Indiana.
I like it.
I like Marcus Freeman a lot, even though he's a little bit like Kalen DeBoer. He always loses one that you didn't see coming. I don't know why. But Notre Dame, I mean, I mentioned earlier, Leonard Moore is the best corner in college football this year. CJ Carr may wind up being the best quarterback in college football this year. They lost their top 2 running backs, but they've got dudes, and they've got offensive linemen, they've got defensive linemen, and their schedule sets up really nicely too. So I think Notre Dame is good enough to win the national championship this year. I think the soft schedule is going to hurt them a little bit when it comes to playoff time because I don't think they're going to be battle tested. But we'll see. I got Notre Dame at number 6.
All right.
That leaves you at number 7, man.
I got the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, I almost took him at 6, but I'm with you. All right, so I think I told you this. In my opinion, there are 7 teams that can win a national championship this year. We just ranked all 7 of them. To me, those are the 7 teams that I'm looking at going, if you told me I can take these 7 or the other 131 teams in college football to win the national title, I'll take these 7. Because I think they're all like, now somebody's going to underperform. Last year everybody had Clemson in the top 5.
Yeah, right.
Somebody's not going to make it. All right, I like the Miami pick though. Do you think Darian Mensah? Do you think Darian Mensah takes them to another level?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And Jay, just to backpedal a little bit. I think I know who you may feel like that's not going to live up to the hype, and I think that team is Indiana for you.
Actually, no.
It's not okay. I know with the quarterback situation and things that but those are gone and things of that nature. So I just had a feeling.
I don't think Indiana is going to win the national championship, but I think they could.
Okay.
But I got questions about Josh Hoover in that offense, and we'll see, how that works out. But I do expect them to be in the playoffs, and I do expect them to compete for it. But I've got a team in there that I think could drop 3, maybe 4. We're not going to talk about it tonight, though. All right, number 8. Number 8 is back to me now. Okay, so Miami is now off the board. Notre Dame's off the board. My number 8 team. I'm struggling with a couple of different things here. I am going to go with the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
I love it, Jay. I love it.
I think they're good. I don't think they're going to be as good as last year, but they play in the Big 12. The toughest team in the Big 12 is BYU, and they don't play them in the regular season. They wouldn't have to play them until the Big 12 championship game. Their toughest game is probably Houston in week 3, and they get that game at home. So I it's possible Texas Tech could drop a game somewhere, but I think they're going to be favored in every game they play.
And Jay, the game they drop is got to be in the championship game for the conference. I just don't see them. I mean, like, I don't see them. I'm with you, Jay. They should be favored in every single game. Well, will be favored in every single game.
And I think the weakness of the schedule is going to keep them from being like ranked 3 or 4, but it's going to be enough to get them in the playoff. So
I agree.
All right, number 9, headed back to you, buddy.
Number 9, Jay, I got Ole Miss Rebels.
Interesting. I did not have them on my list, believe it or not.
Ole Miss Rebels, Jay.
Look, I told you the other night when we did our season preview for the Rebels, I like Ole Miss a lot. They've got a lot of parts, a lot of pieces. I think they actually improved their defense this offseason.
Yes.
I think it's going to be better. And that's something that Lane didn't really care a lot about. But Pete Golding does. And I think with Trinidad and what he can do, I can see it. I think they're going to come up a little bit short this year, but I can definitely see it.
Don't leave out Lacey.
No. Kewan Lacey. Yeah. I mean, that dude's a player. That dude's a baller.
Yeah.
All right. So that means number 10 goes to me. I'm going to surprise you here, I think. The University of Southern California Trojans. All right, people are going to think I'm nuts. Stop and hear me out. They get to host Ohio State this year. Okay, they've got a tough schedule. USC's got a tough schedule. But a couple of their toughest games they get at home, right? All they got to do to be at number 10 is go 10-2. That's all they got to do. They can drop 2 games and still be number 10. I'm going to say this now because I want it on the record. Jaden Mayava, the quarterback at USC, might win the Heisman Trophy this year. And I want to say that on the record. Dude had 24 touchdowns, 10 picks last year, 3,700 yards. He's 6'4", 230. I mean, he is one of the best quarterbacks that Lincoln Riley's had. And Lincoln Riley won a Heisman with Kyler Murray, won a Heisman with Baker Mayfield, won a Heisman with Caleb Williams. I think Jaden Mayava, with an improved offensive line, which I think they have, and I think the defense will be a little better. I think Jaden Mayava could win the Heisman this year and get this team to the playoff. So I'm going to take USC at number 10.
I like it, Jay.
That gives you the last pick in our excellent 11, our first ever playoff rankings on this here program. Eltoro, who you got?
Jay, if everything's Jay, Jay, I have to go with the LSU Tigers.
I'm not surprised. I think a lot of people are going to have them higher than that. I think
I have to go with them, Jay.
I think 11 is fair. I think BYU could be talked about in that spot. I think A&M could be talked about in that spot. I think Oklahoma could be talked about in that spot. I think Alabama could be talked about in that spot. And I certainly understand with everything that Lane has, all the excitement around the program. I can, like I said, man, I don't hate it. All right, the LSU Tigers. So there it is, man. The first ever That College Football Show Excellent 11 rankings. Number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Oregon. Number 3, Texas. Number 4, Ohio State. Number 5, Indiana. Number 6, Notre Dame. Number 7, Miami. Number 8, Texas Tech. Number 9, Ole Miss. Number 10, USC. And number 11, LSU. You feel good about that?
Man, I love that list, Jay.
I think it's a good list, man. and you know what? 2 of them will probably finish 7 and 5.